maybe you were taking bumps anyways when you're,
Well, a lot of people
6
don't
months.
know, Chad. Before I come down the power plant, I did some indie stuff, but I never told anybody that because I didn't want to get treated different.
Right, right, right.
But
But when anybody does their first bump, though, I mean,
yeah, yeah,
it's not natural. So there's a bit of an intimidation, and it usually knock your head until somebody smartens you up and say, "Okay, listen, tuck your chin, throw
yeah.
your arms out, and slap and kind of absorb it." But
But I think, me, a lot of people that know me pretty well, I remember I really didn't give a shit if I got hurt. I'd be like, it'd jar you or shake your head or your brain would be thumping. And I'd be like, I guess that's normal. That was pretty cool. Let's try it again. And that's how I was when I first started out. I don't even remember like, I didn't think nothing about it. And then guys would slam me. I'm like, shit, that hurts, but I guess I got to fucking do it,
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah, we're trying to break into business, but they're in my mind, I mean, because coming from football stuff, it's one day you're making big time checks and the next day you're hurt and you're looking for a job. So there's a little bit of that been going on in my third, fourth career now.
so Lowrider says some of the rings with the spring under them are the stiffest. I don't know where the hell he's wrestling at, but have you ever seen a ring with a spring in it, Chad? Because I haven't.
You know what? I want to say that I had seen it once, but it's not that it does anything to you. What the spring is just the old wood underneath all the freaking mats. You know that, right? Building these
Oh yeah.
rings.
Oh man.
So anybody that thinks
What's
that
up,
there was
Gary?
a spring, it was just when you're running the ropes, it's the wood that's bouncing this damn thing in a rhythm.
Well, yeah, people don't realize. I mean, now the WWE rings were a little bigger than the WCW rings. I think the WWE rings are 20 by 20, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the WCW were 16 by 16. But those boards are 16-foot long, so they got a natural give to them. But when people see that, they're like, oh, yeah, it's a spring. It's like a trampoline. That's why they're bouncing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But,
If there is, it
anytime.
didn't help.
Nah, hell, it didn't help nothing. So he said,
Right.
Lowrider said that was at Gleason's gym. So I guess, I guess some guys up there at Gleason's gym were as tough as the power plant guys, but I ain't saying nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what, the spring, if it makes sense, the spring probably hurts you worse. So I
Well,
wouldn't
yeah,
want
because
to
there's
be
steel
landing
right
on.
in the middle of that.
Yeah.
The spring is probably, I would imagine, under the plywood, and not the actual. What were those, like 8x4x8s or whatever the hell? And big.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I'm not too much of a carpenter, but I know them big studs that went across the middle of those things.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
some thick, solid damn wood. So I imagine, I don't know how that spring was set up, but if it was just right under the plywood, I bet that would friggin' hurt because you're hitting steel right on that plywood.
Yeah, it'd give it more. I think it'd make it more rigid. I was thankful for some of these rackety old wood and
Now,
steel rings.
I know we talk about hard body a little bit. Did you ever wrestle in his ring, that short one he had?
No.
It was like, it was real short to the ground, like he had the poles cut. And me and Chuck Palumbo and probably Elix Skipper and Rick Cornell, we did a show in an armory up in Kennesaw.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you, maybe in front of 5 or 6 people. But back then we're wrestling like we're wrestling in freaking Madison Square Garden with 60,000 people.
Oh,
so
yeah.
But man, you take a bump in this ring, dude, and you would literally say, that's it. I'm not taking another bump. It was that stiff. And then here Chuck would pick you up and slam you. I'm like, damn it, Chuck. I said I ain't taking no more bumps. And then he'd pick you up and slam you again because he was so excited.
Yeah.
So,
no, I don't know the hard body ring.
Yeah. Hey, guys, if you enjoyed the clip you just saw, please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Also, down below, you have the links are for the YouTube and Twitch channels for the Get Funked on the MWA Podcast Network. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the button. Please hit the bell button, baby. And you're going to watch 4 of the best wrestling podcasts on the internet on the MWA Podcast Network, baby. Get Funked Thursday nights live in the United States, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Thursday nights. Please check it out.